let's talk about a very strange landslide. And in case if you're wondering what's that behind me, that's the volcanic eruption that just started in Iceland. Very, very interesting. Has destroyed a lot so far. So check out the video in the end screen or check out the video on my channel about what's going on there. Blue Lagoon is heavily under threat from that eruption. But let's talk about this landslide here, because I don't know how to explain this. Imagine you're building multi-story homes next to a very high hill mountain, and then that mountain has a landslide and it's sliding through the lower stories right through the buildings. So that is basically what has happened. And where has it happened? I don't know how to pronounce that. Rize in Turkey. One person was lost and three people were injured. And what triggered that landslide, like most of the cases, it's either earthquakes or heavy rainfall or both. So heavy rainfall triggered the landslide. And then this disaster that happened when the mountain was coming down, it has buried the ground floors of 2 adjacent apartment buildings under its debris. So you don't see it really in the higher stories, but you see it's coming down. And if you see the video, how this is coming down, you're like, really, what? It's going on through one side and then it's coming out on the other side. So this is unusual that it doesn't take the whole building with it. But I guess because the buildings are so close to that hill, it maybe couldn't do it different. That's the only explanation that I have. So the ground floors of these 2 adjacent apartment buildings were really buried by that landslide. Lots of loose soil was separated from the hillside. That is a landslide, and that's what has caused this. And of course, after this happened, like rescue and mitigation operations were carried out by emergency teams, including the disaster emergency management, presidency, local municipality employees, fire brigade teams, and policemen. And unfortunately, one person who was sleeping in their bed at the time when this happened was among the residents that were trapped beneath the debris and unfortunately couldn't be saved. So imagine you're sleeping and this is happening. I've also told you about a sinkhole in Florida that opened underneath a guy's bedroom and swallowed him, and he completely vanished. So weird things happen across the world. And something that might have destroyed the soil of that hill, which made it possible for the rainfall to really separate so much soil from the hillside, was a recent earthquake. An earthquake that had the magnitude 4.7. They think that has loosened the soil, and then the heavy rainfall has given it the rest. It was really torrential rainfall for many days. So that has caused the landslide. So after that happened, authorities there have removed clogged culverts and are trying to implement every preventative step that they can do that this is not going to happen again. But the mayor is urging residents of the areas that are close by to be aware of this ongoing danger. It's not going away, because he was warning that there's continuous rain that still is expected that could increase the risks for another landslide pretty quickly. They're expecting snow next week, colder temperatures, but also today, heavy rain again. So hopefully everything remains stable there. And I mean, if we look at these pictures, we really see how powerful that soil and sediments was pushing through this apartment building. And then you see the people stand there on the road, and they, from their perspective, they just saw everything coming through to the front entrance of the building and then up on the road. And you see it's basically the ground level of this building, but also the first floor. So basically the first 2 floors where it was basically rushing through like a speed train. The area, that's the Cayeli district of Rize. That's a coastal city in the eastern part of the Black Sea region of Turkey. So the reports are that this one person was lost and that there's 4 others that sustained injuries and then were transported to nearby hospitals.
And it seems when you look at these pictures that it must have been rattling in the house. There's glass damaged even in stories that are further up and maybe even in neighboring properties. And what you see here in this picture, this was a surveillance camera that caught the moment when that landslide and the water was coming out through the front door. So this is the picture. You see it down, you see the water coming, no debris yet at this point, but this was the surveillance camera picture that captured the moment when everything began.
So yeah, guys, I hope you found that interesting. And as I just said, check out the videos in the end screen. It's really something that is going on in Iceland. This eruption came completely by surprise and nobody expected it that early. They thought end of November, probably Christmas. And although this is not even as powerful as the last eruption, it's more destructive and it could last longer. But what it has done to the area, if you look at the aerial pictures of the Blue Lagoon, the most famous tourist attraction in Iceland, it's just mind-blowing. So check out these videos, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a member of my channel here, of this beautiful community. You guys are absolutely awesome. And if you want to see more of me, the doggies and everything, become a member of the channel. The link is in the description of this video, or join me, follow me for free at my buymeacoffee.com website. Here is a QR code, or check the link in the description. I'd love to see you there, guys. I hope you're safe where you are. I mean, we always have to be vigilant. We always have to be aware. I mean, would you expect that running through your home? So be aware of your surroundings. Then you might say, oh, let's build a house on very flat land. Well, then there might be a tornado or a crack opening, a fissure eruption like in Iceland. There's always something, guys. So be prepared, watch your surroundings, and I hope you are all safe where you are. It's amazing from which places all over the world you're watching my videos. Thank you so much. I see you very soon, guys. Bye-bye.